Thank you so much, Assemblyman Flood, all my colleagues, our congressman that's here, all our superintendents. One thing that everybody has to understand, I know it has to be very difficult for our superintendents to be here today, but you know what? We need to fight. And the only way, me being a union leader, I've been a fighter my whole life. And you know what? I'm Senator Mattera. I represent all of Smithtown and all of Huntington. I used to represent this great area here with the 3 village schools before the redistricting lines that we're not going to get into right now because that's another disaster. You know, the governor, I'm going to tell a little story that was important the other day at Kings Park High School. Very upset, disrespected as a New York State Senator that there was going to be a press conference, and I didn't even get an invite till we actually went and asked what's happening with a press conference at Kings Park High School, which I don't think a press conference should be at a high school when it's open, but that's another story too. So find out that, in other words, I did get the invite, but didn't know what the press conference is about. My district is going crazy, saying that the migrants are coming to Kings Park, this and that. Went, diffused it, had to find out through the town that it was a DRI, Downtown Revitalization Initiative. $10 million was coming to Kings Park, which is very important, which I commend. I'm very happy. Smithtown did a great job by making sure they put the application in and they were awarded $10 million. But the same school that the governor had her press conference, she's cutting close to $1 million at the press conference that I went after the press conference because the governor didn't just speak about the DRI, she spoke about the state of the state. And if anybody watched the state of the state, you notice that, in other words, there was things that she was talking about that, yes, we care about mental health, this and that. We do care about our, pools. That, in other words, that we kids don't drown. That $45 million is being proposed in her budget to go for swimming pools and for our kids so they don't drown. Guess what? Care about that. But you know what? $45 million plus being cut with School Aid Foundation throughout Long Island? Think about that. $45 million being cut with our school aid, with our educators, our families, our schools, that we care about education for the migrant problem that the governor and Mayor Adams could have fixed. With a sanctuary state, a sanctuary city, she could have rescinded that. He could have rescinded that. To guess what? To go back, let's figure out, let's have a vetting process. But no, we're getting school aid cut right now because $2.4 billion needs to go to the migrant crisis that she and Mayor Adams created, that they could have fixed. Okay? Again, we care about people. This isn't about that. The government, and by the way, Congressman, she does blame the federal government for the situation, which I know our congressman is trying to do the best he could possibly do. But you know what? So I approached the governor after the press conference. My photo was going around like wildfire. And I went, talked to her direct. I didn't do it in a forum. And you know what? I told her how I felt. I told her that she did not go out of her way to say, out of state of the state, that what she was going to be doing with the migrant crisis. But no, she's cutting our school aid here in Long Island, upstate New York, and everything is going to go to the city of New York, which we all know that that's the case. So I did approach the governor, very stern. I'm a very, very passionate, a very direct person. And guess what I got all weekend long? And guess what I got all week? That I was supposed to get a meeting with the governor. But you know what I got? I disrespected her. I disrespected the governor because why? I went up to her and I told her how I felt. I told her that, in other words, this is what's happening, and let's sit down and have a meeting so I can let you know what all New Yorkers feel. And all New Yorkers are concerned about. The number one problem is the migrant problem. And now you're going to go to our school districts and cut our school aid foundation, hurt our families and our children's future, which we care about education. So you know what, Governor? I'm proud that I went up to you and told you how I felt. And I did not disrespect you, Governor. I told you how it is and how I feel. And you know what? You were supposed to have a meeting with me. I guess that's never going to happen because all I got was I disrespected you, and I didn't. But you know what? I'm so proud that everybody is standing behind us. I'm proud of our superintendents that care about this. And you know what? We need to be vocal with Governor Hochul. You like that, right? Come on. And I am pleading with every Long Island and every New Yorker to call the second floor of the executive office and tell her how displeased we are that this proposal was even brought up. How displeased we are. And you know what? And Governor, I'm going to tell you right now, I will fight. Like I told you, I'm a union leader. I fought for people's rights all day long, and I will be fighting all day long for our constituents here in New York State, Long Island. God bless you. God bless everybody here. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.